Hi, I'm Ashley Bullington, and you're watching The Warmup, presented by your local Geico agents in Cypress Spring, Pearland, and East Houston. Guys, there's only 15 days till Christmas and 21 days left in the year. Holy moly, but we still have plenty of football left for 2020. Oh yeah, and it also rolls into 2021. My brain's exploding right now. We had some great games last week, and we'll have more great games coming at you this week on our playoff spectacular episode of Inside High School Sports. Bridgeland and Klein Collins go head-to-head for the first round of playoffs tonight at FCU Stadium. Bridgeland has had a phenomenal 2020 season. They are a perfect 10-0 on the year, with big wins against some of the state's top opponents like Shadow Creek and Cy-Fair. They scored 463 points this season and averaged 46 points per game. Connor Wegman leads this squad in total yards per game as he averages 337 yards. On the other side of the ball, the Panthers are 4-4 for the season and have been using the ground game as their bread and butter, as they are averaging 265 rushing yards a game behind running back Jonathan Lewis. Bridgeland is favored in this one. Dickinson and Pearland Dawson are going head-to-head. The Gators are 5-2 on the season and finished second in District 24 6A. Dawson is a nice 9-0 on the season, including wins against Pearland and Shadow Creek. Though their records are different, the stats are interesting, as Dickinson is ahead in stat comparison for rushing yards, passing yards, total yards per game, and total points per game. But Dawson is currently favored by half a point, according to Max Preps. This game will come down to whose defense will step up in the moment. We will also have Fort Bend Travis versus Katy Tompkins. This is a rematch of an entertaining 2019 bi-district playoff that Tompkins rallied to take down an undefeated Tiger squad. This year, the roles are reversed, as the Falcons are undefeated and the district champs, with a big-time program win against the 11-time district champion, the Katy Tigers. Travis is coming off a 3-game losing streak, with the last 2 being low-scoring games, 9-6 to Memorial last week and a weather-ending game to Foster 7-3. Travis has grown accustomed to having a Katy team in the first round, but the Falcons have been on a mission all season long and won't be happy unless their season ends at AT&T Stadium. Our DQ game of the week is Spring Westfield versus College Park. College Park won district for the first time in school history in 2020. The Cavaliers have had a much different 2020 season than they did in 2019, being able to finish in close games, which led them to that first place spot in a tough Woodlands district. And Westfield did Westfield things in 2020 with their powerhouse defense, only allowing an average of 9.7 points per game. They actually only allowed more than 1 touchdown in a game twice this season. This will be a game where both defenses are good, so which offense can find the weak spot and take advantage of the moment? That's only 4 of the 12. Yes, you heard that right. 12 playoff games that we will have on this week's episode of Chevy's Inside High School Sports. Also, make sure you vote on our Hot Play of the Week poll presented by Louisiana Hot Sauce for a chance for your community to move on to compete for the Play of the Year. Here's last week's winner. Last week, the Galena Park Yellow Jackets beat Willow Ridge in their final district game of the season 33-0, which solidified a second-place finish in District 11 5A with a 7-1 district record. This was a huge turnaround from their 3-4 district record in 2019. And the headline of this story is that it broke a 10-year playoff drought for the Yellow Jackets.
So when we came in here, we established some pillars of building blocks for the kids. And it was family first, grit, sacrifice, commitment, and putting discipline first in our program. Those are the 5 things that we kind of built upon, and we didn't try to come in here and change everything. We just wanted to input those 5 pillars of the program, and the kids have done a great job of just taking it and running with it. I mean, it's been a real easy transition because these guys right here. They're the ones that have bought into it and they're the ones that are taking the lead on the culture change.
Yeah, it's all about the gold-blooded standard, about giving in and giving a little piece. because everyone has a piece of the puzzle, and you have to fit that puzzle all together to make it complete.
Honestly, I think it's the gold standard that we have. We have this thing called the gold standard, and that's just having grit, discipline, just to build off of what Coach A said. It's just having discipline, being a leader, and those around you, it would affect those around you because they start to follow that and they start to see that. And then whenever everybody starts buying in, that's whenever everything, all the little pieces to the puzzle come together.
This week on Chevy's Inside High School Sports, our Chevy Spotlight is on the Pearland Dawson football team. They are the 23-6A champs and have a tough road in the playoffs, with Dickinson this week and a potential matchup with the North Shore Mustangs in the second round.
You know, we knew that we had a good group coming back with a lot of experience. We have a good group of kids that are used to winning and want to win at everything that they do. And so the expectation itself didn't change. It's just the crazy world we live in right now has kind of made us change our path from time to time. But yeah, the districts, you know, with the games that we had added with Shadow Creek and Pearland's always a tough game, and Strake Jesuit's always a tough game. We knew it was going to be a difficult season.
Last week on Chevy's Inside High School Sports, we awarded our Grimaldi's MVP bobblehead to Foster's Ruben Feathery. Now let's see what the bobblehead winner wants to put in our Inside High School Sports time capsule.
You know, my favorite moment will have to be my freshman year of basketball. You know, going into it, we had high hopes of, you know, just going into playoffs. We didn't know what else was going to happen, but the entire year was just, it was incredible for basketball. We ended up going undefeated in district. Actually, we lost one game, but we came out strong and beat every other team, and we became district champs. And we became the first team ever in Foster High School history to go past the first round all the way into third round. You know, that was probably one of my best moments of my high school career.
Here on The Warp, we'd like to recognize those outside of the events we typically cover on Inside High School Sports. These athletes and teams are making names for themselves and doing big things in their fields. This week, we are introducing you to the Seven Lakes volleyball team, who could be making a run to a state title this weekend. The Seven Lakes Spartans are ranked the number 4 team in the state. They've had a phenomenal 2020 showing as they are 23-1 on the season, but they faced their fair share of challenges, with senior Peyton Sykes going down at the beginning of the season. But Seven Lakes has still been on a roll. Sister duo of senior Allie Battenhorst and junior Casey Battenhorst are a key piece of this Spartan attack. Allie is a Nebraska commit and one of the top 4 players in the country. In their regional final matchup against district rival Katy, Battenhorst set a UIL state tournament record with 36 kills. This is the second time in 4 years that the Spartans have made a run to the state tournament. With their win against Katy in the regional finals, they're going at it again this week. Congrats to Seven Lakes on a fantastic 2020 campaign, and good luck in the state tournament. Now it's time for everyone's favorite part of the warm-up, the extra point. A pretty cool moment for a fairly new school and team. The Belgian Bears have taken the state by storm, and it's being noticed as they have finished the regular season with a final 2020 state rank at number 7. Breaking news came out of Philadelphia on Tuesday. Doug Peterson named Channelview's Jalen Hurts the Eagles' starting quarterback against the Saints this week, with Carson Wentz as the backup. This is the Houston native's first career NFL start. He will be the youngest quarterback to start for the Eagles in the Super Bowl era at 22 years and 160 days old. Vibe Houston caught a really cool moment. It was Baytown Lee's official trophy presentation by a local star, Ray Lynn, who was a contestant on The Voice Season 2.
How about 3 claps in the Woo! Nice job. All right, now we have just one back. I'll let it go.
I gave it to you, Steve.
Step up and accept.
That's all we have for this episode. Follow all of Inside High School Sports social accounts to stay up to date on everything going on in the high school sports scene. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube that throughout the week will get you ready for the main event. Chevy's Inside High School Sports on KHU at 11 p.m. hosted by Matt Musil. Thanks for watching this week's episode of The Warmup, presented by your local Houston area Geico agents in Cypress Spring, Pearland, and East Houston. To get more information or a quote, go to geico.com/Houston. I'm Ashley Bullington, and I hope you're warmed up for all of the playoff action coming at you this week on Chevy's Inside High School Sports.